Buying a home, it's a milestone for many, but one that can be frustratingly out of reach.
Especially for first-time home buyers, as housing experts say certain costs are contributing to a low housing supply. We're talking about regulatory fees associated with the development and construction of a new home. These include changes to building codes, zoning approvals, site studies, and complying with labor laws. They're all part of the final price tag for home buyers.
Investigative reporter Sam Smink explains how those regulatory costs can keep home ownership just a dream.
As a professional organizer, Alexis Gwynn likes to make sure everything has its place. Unfortunately, she has no control over the mess she says she's found looking for her first home.
I have been searching for 3 years. It has been brutal.
Gwynn says she's made offers, about 10 of them, but is outbid every time.
Every home I have bid on, I've bid it over minimum 10K. Minimum. And that doesn't seem to do it. It's not so much of finding the home that you love, it's more of finding a home where someone will accept your offer at this point.
The prices keep going up and up, her realtor John Sabretsky III says, simply because there aren't enough houses to go around.
For example, in Weathersfield, 2 weeks ago I sold a home on Clark Ridge. There were 17 offers, so we beat out 16 other competitors. It went for $140,000 over asking.
When there aren't enough homes, prices keep rising. Take this game of Monopoly. If every space is full, no matter where you land, you'll have to pay, usually a set amount. But in real life, owners can charge you whatever they want because you have nowhere to move.
There's too many people chasing too few houses.
Housing advocate Sean Guillot says that while national economics do play a part in this housing crisis, Connecticut has a supply problem.
The main pressure is still supply. There's no entry into the market when even the smallest, oldest, sort of least desirable homes in the market overall are too expensive for first-time home buyers. So they stay renters. It drives up rents.
In fact, Connecticut has one of the lowest rates of new home building in the country.
I don't think there's enough going on.
Greg Ugaldi is a local developer and the former president of the National Association of Home Builders, or NAHB.
It's expensive because of the land cost and materials.
There's also a shortage of construction workers in Connecticut, so labor costs factor in as well. But Greg says when you look at the price of new home construction,
the price goes up tremendously when you complicate things.
He says regulations, federal, state, and local, play a big role.
We actually did a study that everybody is citing now around the country, that when you look at the price of a home after construction, it's actually close to a quarter is due to regulatory compliance.
The 2021 NAHB study Greg mentioned showed on average regulations account for more than $93,000, 24% of the average sales price of a single-family home, valued at more than $394,000. Ugaldi says the study doesn't argue that all regulation is bad. It suggests policymakers should reduce or eliminate unnecessary regulations.
It would be eye-opening when people realized how much of that maybe didn't go to the kitchen counters or cabinets or really adding value to the home.
It all adds up, Ugaldi says, keeping buyers like Alexis Gwynn where they are.
Could someone build some houses in Connecticut? Good square footage, garage, and I don't have to remodel the whole thing.
The NAHB conducts this study every 5 years and found in 2021 the average regulatory costs were up nearly 44% from 2011. The NAHB says this study is not an indication all regulations are bad or should be eliminated, and acknowledges they can protect the environment and people working on projects. The association said its study can be used to help policymakers reduce unnecessary regulations that can help home builders increase production.